Okay, hey guys, it's Adrian7 here. This is my first part in my tutorial series for how to play Starcraft 2. This is the first tutorial for the first race that I'm doing right now, which is Zerg. Zerg! I love Zerg because they are awesome. They are so diverse and different from the other two races. Well, all three of the races are pretty different. You've got the Zerg, you got the Terran, and then you got the Protoss, but I'm playing against Terran right now. So, let's start off with the basics. Drones. They collect minerals and build things. Pretty simple, right? Yeah. So, first thing you want to do is put those drones onto those minerals there. Delicious minerals. Minerals so good, they make things for you. Vespene gas, that's good too. Overlords. Overlords, they're used for supply. They're like little houses that fly and are ugly as sin and look like a pair of testicles. So, and I use them for scouting, which is perfect for this map. Crash Station, I think that's what it's called. I always fuck up with the names, but it's okay. So I use that to go over this little gap over there and see what the Terran player is doing. So, let's start the game, shall we? Oh yeah, this is a hatchery. This is where you're going to be spending most of your time selecting larvae and morphing them. So, putting those drones on the mineral field and making this overlord go to the Terran. Okay, what are larvae, you must ask? They are like the most basic kind of thing you need as a Zerg player. They are what makes your units. They make drones, they make overlords, and they make Zerglings. Zerglings, your most basic unit in this game, or your combat unit in the game, for the Zerg side anyway. Marines for the Terran, and Zealots for the Protoss. So, selecting larvae and morphing them into things is what you're going to be doing a lot in this game, and then microing those units to kill things. That's how you play this game. The goal of the game, for those of you that don't know, is to kill your opponent or make them rage quit or make them say GG, which stands for good game. But I'm playing against a computer right now because matchmaking hates me. So, making an extractor. Extractors are built on top of Vespene geysers to collect Vespene gas. Vespene gas, what is it used for? It is used to create units along with minerals. So, making drones just to mine gas? Does that make sense? Mining gas? Would you like sniff? Or I don't know how these drones do it, but they collect the gas in little balls, okay? And I need that gas to make units. But first, before I can make any units, I've got to build a spawning pool. Spawning pool is like the most basic unit in the game, or basic building for the Zerg in the game. They're used to make Zerglings. So once that's complete, I'm going to be making a whole bunch of Zerglings, but I won't be attacking just yet. The Terran player here, doing the same thing, not getting Vespene gas though, but making 2 barracks. 2 spawning pools aren't really needed, you know, you just kind of need one of everything, and if you're playing Zerg, unless you want like evolution chambers, or extractors, or hatcheries, because those are the only 3 things that you might build more than one of, especially hatcheries and extractors though. So, spawning pool nearly up. Terran player still doesn't have any units out. Me neither. But there we go. Spawning pool's out, morphing these little larvae here into Zerglings. And Zerglings are so good. Well, they're not the best, but they are fun to play with. If that's okay with you guys. They're pretty fast, but not fast enough. I need to make them into speedlings. So what I do is I upgrade them. It's 100 minerals and 100 gas. This little upgrade here transforms them into speedlings, which makes them super duper fast. The thing about Zerglings, though, you can't really attack them like one at a time. You gotta get like a bunch of Zerglings here and a bunch of Zerglings here, and then trap the guy here and surround them, because that's what Zerglings are really good for. Surrounding them and just like totally kicking their ass. So, ooh, Queen. Very important Zerg unit. I think it's new in Starcraft 2. Very, very important. Comes with 3 different abilities. Spawn larvae. Gets you even more larvae. You can only have 3 at a time without a queen. But if you have a queen, you can keep making more and more and more and more. And then creep tumor, which allows you to spread creep, this old gunky stuff, around the map so you can build on top of it and move your units faster on them. Another new thing in Starcraft 2, Xel'Naga Towers. You have a unit beside one of these babies, you get a nice radius of view to make sure no one wants to come attack you yet. It's going to be very useful for me. So now they're speedlings, got little wings on them. But why don't Zerglings fly? Why do Mutalisks fly? You'll see Mutalisks soon. So I'm trying to keep pumping out drones, getting some roaches out, which are armored kind of Zergling units, or not Zergling units, but Zerg units. They're pretty good. I like roaches. They're like a new addition. So I'm maximizing my economy, but if I had, pardon me, 400 minerals, I would have built my first natural expansion here. This is basically called your main. I think that's how, yeah, that's how it goes. Your main, which is where you spawned and where all your stuff began. Your natural is the one right beside your main, or like right down this ramp here. That's your natural, and then there's the other expansions everywhere around the map. And then there's the gold. I like the gold. The gold mineral fields. They are twice as good as the regular mineral fields. They outgive you 2 times as much, I think. And here comes the Terran player with their little Marine and Marauder army and an SCV tailing behind. So here we go. I saw them coming with because of that Xel'Naga tower, but my Zergling died, so I don't see anything now. So there they are, harassing me, taking out my poor overlord. What did he ever do to you? Floating ball sack. So there we go, taking out his marines with my roaches, turning them into like green gunk or whatever, and they retreat. Oh yeah, best be running. So I'm morphing in more Zerglings and overlords because they killed one of mine, and I changed my hatchery into a lair. I don't think you saw that, but yeah, that is really important too, because there are 2 different types of buildings for all races, I think. Yeah, there's the basic buildings, which is like the spawning pool and the roach warren or baneling nest. I don't have any banelings, and then there's the advanced, which is where you get the good stuff, tier 2 and 3 units. See, the hydralisks can attack both ground and air, whereas roaches, they can only attack ground. So if I had something attack me from the air, I'd be pretty screwed right now. So these are hydralisks. These are pretty classic from Starcraft 1. I love these things. They were perfect. Yeah, pretty perfect. Yeah, just got all my overlords bunched up into a little spot there. Not really doing anything. Got a ton of Vespene gas, but like no minerals. Keep using my minerals to make things. And here, Terran player making Hellions. Those things are a pain in the ass for Zerg, because what they do is they just burn everything. Just imagine plants, like go to your mom's garden or something, and then take a flamethrower. Yeah, that's what happens to Zerg units, or Zerglings anyway. They just, man, they're dead. They're dead, man. Hydralisks, they're good though. Pretty good, but I'm gonna get attacked soon, very soon. There we go, there's my drone there, going for my natural expansion. Pretty standard. Usually I do it way earlier. I don't really focus this much on Vespene gas. I like minerals a lot more than Vespene gas, but this game I was playing really defensive. I didn't really feel like rushing. I could have probably taken out the Terran 5 minutes into the game. Oh yeah, it's happened. So Terran about to go out soon. He's got Marines, Marauders, Hellions.